I'm not exactly sure when this video is going to get out. I just had a fantastic shave. A lot of Aqua di Gio, one of my absolute favorite fragrances. It went along amazingly well with the Hendrix Classic & Company soap that I used and Splash. Man, that stuff is so good. My channel is called Shave and Chat, and I find I haven't been chatting very much as far as doing something like this where I'm just got the camera in front of me and I'm gonna talk. I'm gonna chat. Wet shaving. And of course, I would love to have a conversation down below, share your thoughts, share your opinions. So the thought that I'm having is wet shaving is such an individual thing. We are all different. Yeah, of course, some of us are gonna have similar features, similar growth, because what might work for one person may not work for the other. Even our sense of smell. Like for example, someone recommended a soap, the best soap in the world. I go ahead and smell it and think, I don't know, it's all right. Not the greatest soap I've ever smelled in my life. I don't think it's as great as what you think it is, because that's my opinion and that's what I'm getting out of it. And if you go on Facebook groups, for example, and you ask for any sort of a recommendation or anything like that, you ask, oh, how do you do this technique or how do you do that? And the go-to most of the time is your face, your rules. They're not wrong. I understand the questions that are being asked because I'm the guy that would ask the questions a lot of the time. They just want a general idea of what to do. How long do you lather for? Someone maybe a minute or two, someone maybe a half an hour, but at the end of the day, you do what you want to do, or you do what's best for you. I just find it so interesting how wet shaving works. It's so fascinating. Wet shaving is very unique to each and every one of us. And I love the fact that I'm constantly learning. What I am learning, I tweak it, try to make it my own. And then the next guy that comes in and they're asking questions, I share my opinion on what I do. And the one thing that I try to do in my videos, guys, when I'm raving about software, soap, Splash, or I'm raving about hardware, whether it's the razor, the brush, or the blade, those are just my opinion. I understand that at the end of the day, what I love, you may hate, and vice versa. So I do try my best to share that in my opinion. I know I don't say it every time because, again, what works for me may not work for you, and what works for you may not work for me. I did just want to share that the love for traditional wet shaving is unbelievable. I mean, I'll take this time now to thank each and every one of you that have been following me along on this journey. It has been absolutely incredible. I love it so much. It boggles my mind because if you would have asked me a year ago about shaving, I would have been like, what are you talking about? Shaving is the worst. Like, it got to the point where I even stopped using my Gillette Fusion because I just hated shaving so much and I wanted the quickest way to get in, get my growth down as much as possible, get out. So I started using my electric razor because I could not stand shaving. And the fact that I've picked this up, I cut myself a whole bunch of times when I first started and I didn't give up. I don't want to say I'm an expert by any means. I'm nowhere near that. But the Chris today compared to the Chris that first started, I think in June. I gotta look that up. I think I'm coming up on a year. Man, that's crazy to me. Wow. The fact that I just love it so much and I love the learning process. I love the way my skin feels afterwards. Like I said, I just had a shave and my skin is so soft and it just smells so good. I also find with wet shaving, you find things to help you along the way. Like something small, like for example, I use my kid's old baby spoon as my scoop to scoop out cream whenever I'm gonna bowl lather. But I think I'll end the video there, guys. If you have just found traditional wet shaving yourself and you're feeling frustrated, you're gonna have to take everything you can, whether you're using YouTube videos, you're using techniques that other guys are using, you get everything that everybody's using, you create your own. At least that's kind of what I've been doing. Then along the way, you ask questions here and there, and you'll find guys who will message you, they'll DM you, and they'll help you out that way. The community on Instagram has been amazing. I've met so many different people over there on YouTube and Facebook. Like there's so many different clusters of wet shaving communities all over. It's just so awesome. So thank you so much for all your help in teaching me what I've learned. If you're new, I hope I'm teaching you something. Go back and watch my older videos. You can use my videos on what not to do. By all means, learn from my mistakes. And I'm still making a boatload of them. You guys are amazing. I love you all. If you guys can go ahead and like this video, share it with somebody that is just getting into wet shave. Maybe they need to hear it from a newer guy that didn't give up. Just don't give up, guys. On that note, you make it a great shave. I'll see you in the next video. Take care.